What's up? Welcome back to Simone with the Sports. We have a very special guest tonight. It is Real Talk with MJ. I know y'all seen MJ everywhere. First of all, I don't know how MJ does it, okay? Because every time I open my app, every time I don't really scroll on YouTube, so I don't know like your cadence on YouTube. But every time I open Instagram, boom, MJ right there. So I know y'all see MJ all the time on social media, super fast growing Eagles content creator. But you've been putting in work for a long time on this. So welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm happy to be back. I know last time either you was on Real Talk or I was on your show. I think it was the NFC Championship.
Yeah.
And of course, we won that. Then got to New Orleans, won that BTA. So now he's 6 days away from beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go back to back.
So you gonna be out there?
I'm going to be out there Thursday. And like the whole Micah news, I'm looking at 45-point blowout. That's what I'm looking at right now. So I know the guys defensively, offensively, Nick Sirianni gonna get them boys playing. I'm looking forward to it. I gotta see them hang that banner in front of Jerry,
Right.
in front of Dak, for the CD, especially Jerry. I mean, we've been telling him you are phenomenal. Long live the king. King Jerry. I love him.
Right. We need to put a Jerry banner up, honestly, at this point. He only be making it easier for us.
Oh, facts. I still cannot believe I I was on my phone, I saw the trade. I kind of had the reaction I had when Luca got traded. I'm like, nah, no way. No way.
Yeah.
But we never know with Jerry Jones. I mean, it's crazy.
I could have sworn I just knew Micah was gonna get paid like at the last minute, maybe like 3 days before the opener or something. I really didn't think they were gonna trade him. So I'm shook. I'm kind of like I have mixed feelings because the Packers, though, like I wish they would have shipped him to the AFC or like a team like the Falcons. You know what I mean? Where it's like great move for them, but like it's not gonna affect us. You know what I'm saying? Like the Packers got a lot better, but with Micah, we already knew Dallas wasn't gonna be G with or without Micah, but now they just made another team better, which I'm kind of like, yeah, it's funny to clown Dallas. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, but at the same time, it's like, hold on, wait a minute. Now the Packers just got stronger. So I don't know how to feel about that.
It's two sides of it because I think with the Cowboys, it's like they're hustling backwards. Because if you were gonna trade Micah Parsons and getting 2 first-round picks, I know folks saying late first round pick is a first round pick. I think the NFL draft compared to the NBA draft, like you can get a highly productive player at number 20, 22. Hell, we got Jihad at 31. So
Right.
you can get a really good player. And I'll give the Cowboys their credit that in the past 15 years, they've had the most first round picks that have turned to become pro bowlers. So if one thing they do in Dallas, they can draft. So that's some value there, just being objective. But they're hustling backwards because you trade Micah, your best player, and then Dak Prescott, you keep him. If I was y'all, I would have traded Dak, got something for him, and kept your best player who is looking like he's going to be one of the all-time great edge rushers. So, and George Pickens, you don't trade for George Pickens, pair him up with CD, and then trade away your best players. That don't make
I
that's
forgot all about that trade.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. So I don't understand it. I think that Jerry thinks that it's like the early 90s, and I guess Bron Schottenheimer is Jimmy Johnson now, and Herschel Walker is Micah Parsons. I watched the documentary, so I'm a little bit now. That was before my time, but the documentary is getting me up to it. So maybe he thinks it's 30-some plus years ago, but I'm not buying it. On the Packers side, I've gotten into it with some Eagles fans because some folks have said, oh, the Packers are not a threat at all. They're a threat. Now, do I have the Eagles winning? For sure. I got the Eagles coming out the NFC. But you talk about, all right, who's going to be contending in the NFC? Who's somebody that is going to be a tough matchup? What, the Rams? They were a tough matchup. I would suspect that the 49ers, given their easy schedule, I think they'll fold in the playoffs, but they'll have a really good record in the regular season, I predict. And the Packers that had double-digit wins last season without an elite A-plus player, they got that. And folks forget, in that wild card round, the Packers DC, Jeff Hafley from Boston College, it was his first year, thoroughly outcoached Kellen Moore because them cornerbacks without Jair Alexander were running the same routes as A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Our offense wasn't that effective. So that same defense gets Micah Parsons. So all I'm saying is they're a threat. You got to look over your shoulder, all right, see what Jordan Love's doing, see what Matthew Golden becomes, if he becomes, Malik Neighbors type of guy, off the gate. So that's all it is. I definitely think we should be paying attention to the Packers for sure.
Yeah, I think some people kind of misconstrued your words. On X, the Eagles fans on X, they be ruthless, bro. Like,
oh yeah, they're ruthless. I just got Trump notifications. Yeah.
They strict over there. Like, I can have the same take on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, but on X, they be ready to fight over a take. Like, and in my opinion, they're not realistic. Like, they don't let you be like a realistic fan. Like, they just want it to be 100% delusion. Like, you can give respect to another team without, like, that doesn't take anything away from the Eagles or being an Eagles fan by giving respect to another team. Like, you give respect to another team on X, and all of a sudden you ain't no Eagles fan. Take your colors, take your hat. Like, dang.
Like, dang. That's what I'm saying. Because, again, two things can't be true. That you got the Eagles making it out the NFC, potentially going back to back, but at the same time saying, all right, this team got a guy that in a down year got 12 sacks. They're going to be exponentially better than last season. They won 11 games. So it's not crazy to say. And I'm looking forward to it because it's going to be, a battle for sure with them. But you got the Bucs, you got the Rams. I know people have, had those teams out there. I think the Rams are a close second to the Packers. Yeah. The Buccaneers, they play us well. So maybe in the playoffs, Baker Mayfield, you got to think about him. But as a team, like, I'm not really thinking about them really contending for a Super Bowl. But the Packers, no, I'll give them that respect.
So if you were to do your NFC rankings, top 5, what would it be?
Number 1, Eagles. Number 2, Packers. Number 3, Rams. 4, 49ers. And 5 Bucs.
Wait, I'm sorry, because I got shot though too. Can you run it back?
So number 1, Eagles. 2, I got the Packers. 3, the Rams. 4, the 49ers. And 5, the Buccaneers. So I think so here's the thing. I think the 49ers are going to have a better record in the regular season than the Rams. But I think come postseason time, a healthy Matthew Stafford with Devontae Adams and Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and that front 7 who gave us nightmares in the playoffs in terms of like our pass rush, their pass rush, not against the run. They got to, focus on that because Saquon was going crazy on them. But their front 7 rushing the passer, they was really good. I think they'll be better come playoff time. But yeah, no, Packers, Bucs, 49ers, Rams. Yeah, that mix.
So what about the Lions?
Oh, I think, look, if there's anybody that should be sick like Cowboys fans are today.
Okay, we call them little boys over here. If you're going to be on my page.
It's little boys. Like they should be like, hey, I'm looking at the Lions and them 2 of their interior offensive linemen. 1 guy retired, another guy left in free agency. You also lost both of your coordinators. I don't think Dan Campbell is what they make him out to be. They try to talk about him like he's Andy Reid. And because ain't accomplished half of what Nick Sirianni. Can he get to a Super Bowl? So I got questions on them. I got questions on Jared Goff in a division that's stacked. Like the Bears are going to improve. The Packers are going to improve. The Vikings, you'll see with them and JJ McCarthy, but they're in a loaded division and they lost both of their coordinators. I don't trust them, and they might not make the playoffs. At the playoffs, like, so it's like you like it's like how you feel about the Lions?
My thing is though, the Lions, they lost some pieces, but last year they was so injured. Like their defense was so injured. They're getting Aiden Hutchinson back. They still got all that firepower on offense. I understand the coordinators. To me, my biggest question about the Lions is, what their coordinators are going to look like, because that was a big shakeup. But I still have the Lions being one of the top teams. Like, I know Jared Goff, like, put up a little stinker in that game. And it's going to be tougher, of course, because the Packers defensively got so much better. We know, like, Jared Goff, like, once he get that pressure in his face, like, it's going to be the Jared Goff we used to see in, like, these past 5 years. But I think that the Lions, pending what the coordinators look like, I still think they're going to be a top team because they just have so much talent still on both sides. I think the Niners, like you said, they have an easy schedule, but they're going to get exposed, I feel like, in the playoffs. Like, sure. I do think they're going to have a solid record because of the schedule, but come playoff time, I feel like the Niners, like, it's a wrap skis. You know what I mean? I got Eagles, Lions, Rams. With Matthew Stafford healthy, with Matthew Stafford healthy, I got the Rams. Like, I got Eagles and Rams. Mm-hmm. Rams is only down a little bit because I got to see what this Matt looking like. But Bucs were in my top 5 before that Packers move. I got Packers 4. And then I have Washington now 5. And then the Bucs and them trickling behind.
Interesting you bring up Washington, because before the Micah trade, I was thinking the Cowboys was going to have a better record than them. Obviously, now you can't say that. They might finish last in division, but I don't know. I got the Commanders taking a step back. They won 12 games last season with an easier schedule, and I got them around 9 wins if they get lucky on a game, maybe 10 wins, but they were in a lot of close games. And Jayden Daniels, he had to play Superman a lot of those games too. You got to think, all right, these NFL teams got a year of tape on him. We'll see what he does. That's why I can't say he's top 5 yet, because you got to do it twice. And I'm not really concerned with their defense. I think you can still run the ball on them. I don't trust Marshawn Lattimore at all. I think the Eagles will do a number on them. So I respect their quarterback. I think he's really going to be a problem for the next 8 to 10 years. But as an overall team, I don't trust the Commanders like that. But I think they'll definitely, be in the mix like a wild card, like a 7 seed.
That's my shakiness on the Packers. For me, it's the Packers offense. Like, they don't have any real dangerous weapons. Like Josh Jacobs, like that. But outside of Josh Jacobs, they don't have any, like, firepower. And when it comes to the quarterback play, I love Jordan Love. Like, he seemed like a great dude. He mind his business, all that. But, like, I have not seen Jordan Love, like, put no fear in my heart, especially given the talent that he has. Now, they got the rookie wide receiver. Maybe he can, hit the ground running and whatnot. But I do think that their downfall might be when it comes to the Packers, that offense. I feel like the Eagles, Rams, and Lions are the only, like, complete teams can beat you on both sides of the ball in the NFC. Like you said, Washington defense way too leaky. And then when it comes to the Packers, it's like, what y'all gonna do offensively? But then that does bring me to, like, the Bucs, because I feel like even though they're not, like, as strong as Lions, Eagles, Rams, they are a complete, well-rounded team as well. So, like, the Bucs.
Yeah. Here's the thing with the Bucs. Like, they got the wide receivers. I mean, they invested in an Ohio State wide receiver, and they've been killing the game Marvin Harrison, uh, JSN, Seattle. So they've been doing their thing. And I think their offense is going to be good. And Todd Bowles' defense, running the ball, it's always going to be good. Their biggest issue is going to be their pass defense. Now, if their pass defense is in the mid 20s, low 20s, high 20s next season, there's no way they can be a Super Bowl contender. So that's it. Can their DBs, really improve from last season? Because that's where they struggled a lot. But I mean, offensively, I got a lot of respect for Baker Mayfield
Yeah.
because he did throw 4,500 passing yards with Chris Godwin out for most of the year. With Mike Evans, he was banged up. He was in and out. I mean, he had Kate Otten, who might not even be a top 10, maybe he's top 10 on the lower end of that top 10 in terms of tight ends. So, like, he's definitely balled out. I know a lot of Browns fans are looking at him looking at their situation, like, why do we give up on this guy? So I definitely got respect for Baker, but that defense, when you got AJ, that's my issue with my last thing on the Bucs. Like, when the Eagles had AJ Brown against the Bucs, they whooped them. They've whooped them. Now, the times that the Bucs have gotten us, first time was Tom Brady. I mean, that's Tom Brady, come on. And then the other time, last season, you had AJ out, Smitty out, and Lane Johnson out. Somebody could say excuses, but that's just what it is. You
It's
got
not an
three of
excuse to
you
me.
like that. Those are some your premier, most talented guys on the team. And then obviously, 2 years ago in the playoffs, we didn't have AJ.
And anybody would have beat us that year. Like, it just
Yeah,
so happened it was the Bucs. We was
yeah,
terrible that year. The defense was terrible. Like, whoever
yeah.
we drew in that round was gonna beat us.
And so I get earlier in Hurt's career, Todd Bowles has had his number. And I think that playoff game in 2023, when we got thrashed, it helped Hurts realize, okay, when Kelsey leaves, I got to be the one to call out these protections. Like, it's not going to be Kelsey. And we've seen Hurts pre-snap be a savant. I mean, I see him as being a top 3 quarterback in the league pre-snap just because of what he's been able to do against Steve Spagnuolo's defense in the biggest moments. I mean, you saw him audibles, checks, even the stuff to just check and have Saquon Barkley go for a 50-yard run, 60-yard run, just because he's seeing the second and third level of whatever defense it is. The Rams know best. So, I definitely go back to the Buccaneers. Like, defensively, that's the question for me. But, I got some respect for Baker.
Yeah, for sure. We got some super chats. So, old school BKC, I would love to stream your Eagles fan since 1978. Appreciate the super chat. I don't know if you're saying I would love to stream with y'all, like, or I don't know. But thank you
Maybe
for
as
the super
witness,
chat.
yeah.
And then Anthony Perry, that hat. Are you talking about mine or MJ's? They've been loving our hats, both of
They
our
like
hats. I can
that.
see it in the comments.
I got this one at training camp. They had the
That's fine.
right next to the Ritas. They was having the Ritas out. I got my Ritas, walked up. It was dumb hot. I was like, let me get a hat.
Yeah. It was extra hot this year. Like, I don't know what was going on this summer.
I don't know what was in the air.
But this one is from New Era. I did an unboxing video. Well, it's from Lids, but it's New Era. I did an unboxing video on this one. And then Anthony Perry back again. The Bucs are to us what Green Bay is to Dallas. No, that's facts. That's facts. But I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like the Bucs, they getting a little too much credit for what they did to us. Like,
It's just Baker. Like I'll give you like whatever Baker do before the Eagles, he just turned up crazy. Like I'll give Baker. But I think I think I got our offense against anybody. Come
on. These comments got me so dead.
This is funny. Appreciate the love.
Appreciate you, Talib. Let me ask you this, MJ. So, first of all, this Dallas game, I know you're talking about 45 burger. Would love that. But are you? So my thoughts around the Dallas game, obviously we're going to win. We're going to win handedly. But I feel like they are going to be testing us because They got Dak, they got Pickens, and they got CD. And the biggest question with us is Adoree / Ringo / Jacorian Bennett. So I feel like it's gonna be a just sling it out fest. You know what I'm saying? Pick on whoever that is out there fest. We're still gonna be able to handle them because I feel like our offense still gonna overpower them. But do you kind of see a scenario where maybe they can really kind of put some points up like that?
I think if you're a betting man,
Somebody said
Dak,
keyword Dak.
Dak, if you're a betting man, Dak Prescott is going to throw a whole bunch of yards. That's a fact. Now, again, you could also have the Eagles beating the brakes off the Cowboys, and Dak could still get them passing yards because they'll be down so much.
Mm-hmm.
Vic Fangio's going to be in soft coverage, and then you're going to see him in garbage time, play like a top 5 quarterback in the league. He always do that. So I do think the addition of George Pickens is great for CD because it now gives the attention to somebody else outside CD. Now, CD was putting up numbers, and his second best wide receiver was an older Brandon Cooks. Now he got George Pickens, who was the wide receiver 1 on the Steelers, and he's a really, really good wide receiver. So I do look at the cornerback 2 spot, and if Adoree Jackson is against George Pickens, that is going to be easy work for George Pickens. That's just calling what it is. I feel like we all know if Terrace Marshall Jr. I love the guy Darius Cooper, but if these guys are giving him work in training camp,
yeah,
George Pickens, that's a different animal. So I do believe the Cowboys are gonna try to go away from Quinion. They're not gonna throw Quinion away. To try to go away from Cooper DeJean, I would, suggest that you just have either Quinion on George Pickens or you have Cooper DeJean on CD Lamb, have those guys travel and say, I'm not going to have Adoree Jackson, Keely Ringo, or Jacorian Bennett, who just joined the team, on George Pickens. That's just not going to happen. We just know that's easy work for them. So, but I do think the defense, the passing defense, rather, first game, it's going to, start off slow.
Yeah, I think we're going to win by like 12, 13 points. I think we're going to be comfortable throughout the game. But I do think it's a situation where our defense is going to we got a lot of new parts on this defense. A lot of guys been on the team, but now in starting roles, and just a lot of guys new to the team. So I do think it's going to take a little minute to set in. And given, the continuity they have with Dak, CD, I mean, they already got their little connection established. Then you throw in, Pickens. It's going to be just enough to keep our defense, I feel like, on their toes early. But still a handed win. We still going to be lit the whole game. Never going to be sweating. But I do think it's going to be a little bit closer than a 45. What you said, 45?
Yeah, 45. Come on, 45, like maybe like 45-10. You know what I'm saying? Like 45-10. It's gonna be, I definitely got is like dropping like 35 plus, like for sure. And if our defense gets some turnovers, yeah, it can get really, really bad quick. I do think going back to the Eagles defense, their run defense, I don't feel like is going to have a drop off. I think Jordan Davis losing that weight, he's gonna be on the field for more snaps, and you're going to see him take a jump, and it's going to be a contract year for him. He's going to have a breakout year. You look at Morizomo in training camp. He's been going crazy. It's either he's been going crazy or Tyler Steen ain't like that. I would like to assume that Morizomo, who was going crazy in the playoffs, 7th round pick, 2023, out of Texas, I would assume that, he's ready for a breakout year. Otherwise, I don't know if the Eagles trade Thomas Booker, who's that depth piece.
Yeah.
But they also believe in Ty Robinson or Gabe Hall, I believe, other guy too out of training camp. So I think the run defense, and especially with the Cowboys, they got Javonte Williams. That's not nothing right there, respectfully.
I forgot they got Javonte
and Miles Sanders,
Oh,
Boogie,
Miles
you my man.
reunion.
You my man. But it's not 2022 no more. And this Cowboys offensive line is not the Eagles offensive line.
I feel
I
bad
don't
for
expect
Miles,
much from
bro.
him. I don't
Miles
expect
gotta
much
come
from
watch
him.
that banner drop, but
Yeah,
he
you
on
gotta watch that banner drop.
Dallas.
But if I don't be harsh, but if he played better in that Super Bowl and he had my Hurts running, just doing everything, could have had two there. So, and then you got like so their running back room isn't too good. Like Dak is gonna have to just drop back and throw.
Yeah,
He's
that's
gonna
what I'm
have to
saying.
drop
He
back,
just gonna be airing it out.
airing it out.
Anthony said both y'all hats. Appreciate it. And
Yes,
then Anthony
sir.
with $50 chat. This Micah John is a black cloud over the locker room, a week out, and Jerry dropped this in their lap. Yeah, they got an offense, but we do too, and we're gonna run the ball. Who gonna stop us? Keep it out of Dak's hand and ball control. No facts. Like I said, I feel like our offense is gonna overpower them for sure. But I definitely think that the defense gonna, be on their toes a little bit. Be on their toes a little bit. First test, because the front end of the schedule is crazy when it comes to like offensive.
Yeah. Nah. It's and we got a little bit of a break because with the Chiefs, Rashee Rice, who is
Right.
a phenomenal wide receiver, he's out. So all you gotta do is pay attention to Xavier Worthy. I'm interested how this offense looks like. Are they going to be for the Eagles? Is the Eagles pass offense going to be more pass happy? They were like last season, those first 4 games, we were super pass happy. Nick Sirianni, the whole entire team, run the ball. And then we see what we did, won a Super Bowl doing that. I'm interested to see like if Kevin Patullo, new OC, if he wants to kind of put his own spin on things and say, hey, the passing offense wasn't that great or didn't meet expectations last season, but I'm here now and I'm going to turn this up similar to what Shane Steichen did. And so I'm interested to see how much passing attempts does Jalen Hurts have. Now, granted, if we're up 30 some 0, or it's 34-0 like the Super Bowl was, then he's not going to pass as much because they're going to run the ball. I was saying I'm going to see Tanner McKee or Sam Howell in the game because we're going to beat him so bad. So ultimately, I just want to see what this offense does off rip because you saw Saquon say, I hate the notion that a running back can have a great year, then everybody is doubting them and saying, they're the only position that can have a great year and then be expected to have a down year, like where they do that at. So I know Saquon got something to prove, but also, AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, they want the rock. They want the rock. They want to win, but they want that rock.
Yeah. Well, guys, we gotta get MJ out of here. Y'all know he's a busy man for sure. Y'all be seeing the content. Definitely got a break with we got a break because Dallas. We honestly got a little couple of breaks because we got Micah getting shipped out week 1, week 2, Rashee Rice on probation. Week 3, Matt Stafford. Who knows what that back gonna be looking like by then? And then week 4, isn't Chris Godwin on like? Isn't he gonna be out
Chris
like 5 weeks?
Godwin. Yep.
So we got a few blessings in the first 4 weeks. But I appreciate all the super chats. MJ, let the people know like what's up. How you be getting all these videos out?
Hey, all I know is it's like the first season that come training camp, I'm like really like covering like the birds. So like, no, I love it. Love what you doing. So you go to training camp, meet my man Hurts. Like, hey, living my dream, living my dream. So I do got to pick. So you got to pick in the bag. You got to pick in the bag. So, but now like I'm super excited for the season. We'll talk with MJ everywhere, and yeah, whether it's the Chiefs or Rams game, Buccaneers, definitely got to have you on, do a preview, one of those games.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll see you out there. Because I know I didn't see you NFC Championship game. So maybe I'll see you out there home opener.
Yep, and I'll be there.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
Right
You
after work.
tailgating?
I some of my friends are. I work in New York, so I gotta take a train. I might not be able to But if we
Gotta make
win,
that
if
bread
and when we
first.
win, I'll be celebrating.
Right. Gotta make that bread first. They said MJ get no sleep. That's what I'm saying. Like, MJ can't be getting no sleep, bruh.
See, my mom be like, yo, like, I see in your eyes. I'm like, all right, mom. All right, mom.
Appreciate you, old school. All right, MJ. I'll see
Thank
you next
you.
time. Bye,
See you. Thank
guys.
you.